This video is about Newton's second law, which is that force equals mass times acceleration. Pretty easy way to remember that is FMA, and just always remember that force and acceleration and force and mass are both proportional, and that as acceleration increases for the same force, mass must decrease. So this cards example clearly shows the Newton's second law, because Newton's second law is force equals mass times acceleration. And this means that if mass increases, force does. If acceleration increases, force does. And so the example of the carts, they're both going to exert the same force against the wall. And so when we added the tape to one of the carts, that increased the mass, which meant that since force is going to stay the same, acceleration is going to have to decrease for that in order to keep the same force. And so that's why the heavier one accelerated less and ended up going a smaller distance than the one that did not have as much mass, even though the forces are exactly the same. A good way to think about this is to consider objects with entirely different masses. A good example is a tennis ball and a bike. Tennis ball being thrown at you with a very, very fast acceleration versus a bike being pushed into you at a very, very slow acceleration will have around the same force because their masses are so entirely different. You can do this with cars, football players, anything that has entirely different masses, and it helps to visualize it. And when you really test it, it comes out to be true. Thank you so much for watching.